Mike, I do want to ask you how you're feeling about Mac Jones and that injury from Sunday's game.
I'm just going to say that if you're a Patriots fan, you're just going to need to write off the season right now and just enjoy a rebuilding year that in the Patriots nation has had to deal with the past 20 years. Because it used to be going 8-8, which now you can't do for a 17-game season. Going 9-8 is a pipe dream. Getting above 500, I think, is going to be a stretch.
Do you feel bad for anyone who had Mac on their fantasy team?
No, because there's no way you should have picked him as your main quarterback. He's a system quarterback at best, and he never put up numbers, in the first season that were consistent. And it doesn't matter if your quarterback's great, in terms of a winning team. You can have an average quarterback that just has to sling the ball in order to stay in a game, and they have a losing record. Because he keeps lofting fucking bombs for 70 yards and gets catches, he puts up numbers. I mean, Matthew Stafford was on a shitty team for a while, and yet he was one of the best fantasy quarterbacks because he'd have to chug the ball every day. So, but Mac doesn't have to do shit because he's got for an arm right now, and he's not really a running quarterback. So, you're not really, he's second tier. He's like Jake Delhomme back in the day.
Do you think we just put too much stock into Mac Jones just being the guy who followed Tom Brady?
Basically, yeah. They could have picked another quarterback. I think they should have picked somebody else, but they picked him, and you just go with him. Or they probably picked him too high and put him into I don't know. He just doesn't seem like he's ready.
What if, and this is being sparked from a Boston.com article that was had nothing but glowing things to say about Brian Hoyer taking over, but what if they decided to go the free agent route and brought in Kaepernick?
If nothing else, publicity.
Yeah. Give old Colin a shot finally.
Not for nothing. It would shut everybody else up. They're like, all right, fine, we give him a shot.
Because he hasn't played in years, right? Like ever since
17 at this point? How many years?
Ever since I think it's older than that, like 2015, ever since the whole kneeling thing.
Let's see.
Because he practices every year. Like he's ready to go. It's just no one wants to take him.
Which is bullshit because there's other shitty quarterbacks that are just as bad as he is or average as he is.
Zach, did you watch the football game at all last weekend?
Yes, I do like throwing the ball.
Well, this one's for you, Zach. So I have audio from the game. So Patriots lost on Sunday. They are currently, 1-2 right now?
Yes.
So I guess the question I do have, because even though I don't really follow football, I've kind of lightly followed just like the saga of, our sports teams because might as well since we do a lot of good ones. But so what has happened significantly with the team in the last year or two?
Well, we're no longer cheating, I guess. Quote unquote. Well, no, the likelihood of the Patriots ever going to the Super Bowl, it's significantly lower now because we don't have Brady and we don't have Gronk, and like Mike said, it's a cleansing basically.
Yeah, and not only that, but there's a couple of players on there that I don't know why, but they fucking suck and they're not going to help the team. So they just need to purge, get some other people in here. And it seems to be that the control and the understanding of who's doing what in the coaching staff is a little bit wonky now. So I don't know.
Yeah, we're now at the point where to win a game is significant for this team, and then to win several games.
Yeah, if they're down in the fourth quarter, no longer is it, they're going to come back and win. It's, we'll see you next week.
Yeah. They're just a regular team now, Zach. That's just what it is. It's there's no weight of expectation behind this team that they are going to take it all the way to playoffs and then it's not necessarily like a guaranteed spot in the Super Bowl, but they're just a regular team. Like we don't live in New England, we don't live in the Boston area, and just assume that the Patriots are going to just wallop every team they play as they've been doing for the last 20 years. Now you just sit back and watch them try.
I think the problem is everything seems to be right now coming down at the same time. So the Patriots are in a funk. They're not going to be winning. If they make the playoffs, great. They're going to get tossed out in the first round in the wild card. We know that. The Red Sox fucking suck. They kicked it this year. They're out of the playoffs. The Celtics overperformed last year. They made it to the finals, but now the coach that made it to the finals is kicked out, possibly forever, at least for a year. So that's kind of an unknown. Or like, shit, does that mean if without the new coach, are they going to backpedal? Oh God, this is going to suck. And then you get the Bruins and you're like, I don't know if they've got it this year.
Yeah.
The only thing we know is they signed Zdeno Chara for a 1-day contract to have him retire as a Bruin, which huzzah to that. But I don't know. A lot of these guys are kind of seemingly on their last legs. This is like a farewell tour before they retire kind of thing. I don't know.
Right. After, Red Sox won the World Series a few years ago.
The ownership just doesn't give a fuck anymore.
What year did the Patriots last win the Super Bowl? Was it 19?
2019 or 2020?
Yeah.
2019.
Yeah, 19. So, and because Brady left right afterwards. Brady and Gronk, I believe, both left right afterwards. So, we just have regular teams now. Well, the Red Sox still, they'll go. It's just not there. I don't want to be I don't want to sound like a super optimistic sports fan. Could literally just not be their year, because then they have some years where they win World Series.
You're right. It is true. I mean, they did go, like the 2018 was like, wow, what happened? But yeah, 2004, 2007, 2013, 2018. I mean, they've, the way that the numbers are, maybe next year is going to be a World Series win again. But I mean, it's been a shitty year with shitty performances all around.
Right, but then Bruins and Celtics especially. Well, but more Bruins especially, where they will get
Celtics
very close.
have the same team. It's just a question of with basketball. It's like if the coach isn't there, the team isn't there sometimes. So,
what even happened with the coach?
Ooh, I'm glad you asked.
Initially it was like, oh, he had some relations with some Celtics ladies that was purely consensual. And then it was like, oh, no, he harassed the fuck out of them. Like, oh, that's not good.
Awesome.
He was being a guy, being a male, a male in a position of power. And he's married to actress Nia Long, who was in some very good movie. She's a fantastic actress. So I don't know what's going to happen with that, but yeah, Ime Udoka.
Sure she took that well.
Yeah, smack the shit out of him. That's what she should be doing.
You got to raise a strong hand.
Ime Udoka, Celtics coach, out for the entire 22-23 season. So now they've got interim coach, and we'll see what happens. Who knows? Because Cora got suspended for a whole season for sign stealing. I mean, yeah, he wasn't like beating women, but they brought him back, and then look what happened. The Red Sox just suck.
True, but I feel that's a little different.
Yeah. Yeah.
How so?
Just slightly.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't know if it's really going to impact the performance of the team, him being gone.
I don't know. We don't know. We'll find. I mean, ultimately, we'll find out. But there's that question mark now. As before, they're like, "Oh, we got the same team, we got the same coach, we're going to go," and now it's like, "Fuck, I don't know."
Zach, for you, I have audio from this past Sunday's game against the Ravens that they lost. I believe it was 35-27. And I think it was in the fourth quarter. It was right at the end of the game when Jones injured himself. I don't know if you saw, Mike, any of the photos of him as he was limping off the field, but the face he was making, the dude looked exactly like the exasperated emoji. Like making the exact face, like the shape of the eyes and the shape of the mouth. I could tell the dude was in pain, and a lot.
So he's like, they're like, oh, it might be a few weeks to a month. That's going to be months.
Yeah. So here's audio of Mac Jones when the injury occurred.
Oh, ouch.
And then here's audio from Mac Jones doing a press conference talking about the injury, and see if you can see if you can point out the crutch, no pun intended, but the crutch that he's hanging on as he's answering questions. Here we go.
Hey, Mac. First of all, hope everything's feeling all right after yesterday. A question on the high ankle sprain. The tightrope surgery that has been done on high ankle sprains lately, it was big when you were at Alabama. I know you had mentioned it a couple years ago. There was a quote from you today just on the efficacy of it. I was wondering if that was something that's come up in your recovery process, and kind of your thoughts on that potentially being an avenue here.
Yeah, I'm just kind of taking it day to day and making sure everything's good. And honestly, any injury questions are Coach Belichick's thing. So I'm not here to answer them. I appreciate everyone kind of reaching out and looking after me, but it's kind of just a day-to-day thing, and just trying to get better.
Thanks.
Next question, Mark Daniels, followed by Chris Ryan.
Mac, how are you feeling today? And, at what point will you learn, when you can get back on the football field?
Yeah, I feel good. Obviously, wish we played better, and obviously I can play better. So we just got to watch the film like we did and come up with ways to do things better. So that's pretty much it. And like I said, I'm just going to take it day by day and get my treatment and do what I do. So just see how it goes from there.
Next question from Chris Ryan, followed by Mike Reese.
Hey, Mac, just kind of along those lines, is there an intent to be ready to play this week? Like, is that your goal at this point?
Yeah, I think, like I said, just taking it day by day and see how I feel and do my treatment and kind of just go through that. And like I always do, just focus on today. And then when tomorrow comes, focus on
Can I ask a question in a different format text, but the same actual question coming out to you? Can you answer it differently this time? God damn.
How do you think he's going to take it? Maybe check back in a few days?
I think, you know what? I'm just going to check back in a few days. Guys, it's a Patriots press conference. You know the fucking routine. It's been the same routine for 25 fucking years. Okay? You ask a question, you get stonewalled, you get a standard fucking boilerplate answer, and you move the fuck on because you're not going to get through it. Okay? End of story.
How many times does he have to say, talk to coach? Mike, you're right. That's not... It's going to be a while before we see Mac play again. They're talking like 6 to 8 weeks. He's hoping for like 4, maybe.
It kind of depends on if they do that tightrope surgery.
Yeah. If
they do the tightrope surgery, 4 weeks and he's back. They don't, depending on how bad the ankle sprain is, it's 2 to 3 months, depending on what it is.
So, Zach, what you're seeing is, as we said, a new era of the New England Patriots, and you can help us usher in a brand new quarterback because we're going to have one.
Yay.
So this press conference, you know what it reminded me of? Remind me of this from Family Guy.
Tom, residents all over Quahog have been affected by the heavy rains, although some are doing their best to ride it out. For example, I'm here with Rides a 10-speed everywhere guy. Sir, why are you riding your 10-speed in the rain?
I don't mind. A little drizzle never hurt anybody. I like riding the 10-speed because it's fun, gives me energy, and it's a great way to stay in shape.
What do you do for a living?
I work in accounts receivable at Quahog Insurance. It's not too demanding, the pay is good, and it's a great way to stay in shape.
Well, we should wrap this up. You're getting wet.
Well, I'm living life before the cancer I have kills me, so I don't mind the rain. Water feels good on my skin. It's cool, refreshing, and it's a great way to stay in shape.
What kind of cancer?
It's rectal cancer. It's slowly eating away at my lower insides. It's a quick process, both painful and untreatable, and it's a great way to stay in shape.
It came to mind after 9 minutes of Mac Jones just reiterating how he's going to take everything day by day.
It's a great way to stay in shape.
Yep. All right. Congratulations. 16 minutes of sports discussion. We did it.
Yay.
Now, if only we were on sports radio, we'd have to do this for another 3 hours and 45 minutes.
Yikes.